The man who said he robbed a bank to get away from his wife will now have to spend the
Is he not physically attractive?
I think he's a handsome guy. Maybe I should say chemistry for us.
So, are you cheating on your husband with him?
8 years ago, and I randomly thought about him. Like, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe.
I never wanted you anyway, because you're the one that approached me. No man could ever say.
To approach you. So we need to be wise, okay? We don't want the guy who approaches every girl in the bar.
You just wasted your money on this bum broke man. Don't do it to yourself, ladies.
They learn how to get men to ask them.
Alright, you could be the most incredible guy in the world, but let's face it, it might still never be enough for some women. If you are tired of
The man who said he robbed a bank to get away from his wife.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's begin.
Man, you should never have to say, oops, sorry, I put it in the wrong hole. First of all, there is no wrong hole. Second of all, put it back.
What did you say?
They say if you go to Home Depot, you find your boyfriend. Prospect number 1. Nope. Nope. Cutie dog. Bathroom break. Nope. Nope. He's so tall. Could have used his height to get the soil, but it's fine, I got this.
I didn't find him. Saw a lie. But I did find some.
Oh man, that's just amazing. Imagine a group of men roaming around Victoria's Secret, cameras rolling, observing the scene like it's a live reality show. They would be asking women, so what's your idea of a good husband, or how do you feel about commitment? I'm sure the reaction would be wild. Let's move on to the next clip.
I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years, literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him. Like, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy.
Are you stupid?
Yeah, no, this is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, I said Leah, haha. And then I said Bars. And then when I sent Bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then he unblocked me and said, what's up? This is random. And I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again. My bad. He's like, I have a wife and kids now. Plot twist. My bad. He said, think you're a weirdo. I said, right back at you.
Wow, let's talk about desperate. This woman has clearly hit the wall, and now after 8 long years, she decided to reach out to the nice guy she took advantage of. Can you believe that? She really thought things would be just magically revert back to how they were. But of course, her ego couldn't handle the fact that he moved on. So what does she do? She sends him a $1 on Venmo. I mean, come on. That's some next level creepy behavior right there. It screams, I miss what I had, but I am too prideful to admit it. And then she has audacity to call him a weirdo. Seriously? And I'm sure this is a classic case of someone realizing too late that they lost a genuine good person. But it's a wild reminder of how the table turned and how karma works. Let's move on to the next clip.
I had a man recently take me out, pay for everything, a couple of days in a row. We were having like a really good time. And then I realized if he is not all out for you and you have to chase him, he doesn't want you. Go with the guy who's going all out for you, giving you attention, calling you. If you have to like chase him down, you're going to end up paying for him. Ew. You don't want to pay for a man in his lifestyle because he's going to take that and not be gracious. Men aren't gracious. They don't care. They're going to find a girl that they actually like and pay for her. So then you just wasted your money on this bum broke man. Don't do it to yourself, ladies. Don't.
It's really quite simple. If she's not chasing you and you are not chasing her, then why are you even together? Relationships are a two-way street. It takes both people applying pressure and putting efforts to make it work. One person can't carry the weight alone. And let's be real, nobody has time for these mind games anymore. Times are changing and it's all about mutual interest and investment. If that spark isn't there, it's time to reevaluate and move on. Let's move on to the next clip.
What do you want his income to be? I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000.
I would have to say 127. Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000. Is that bad?
150, maybe to 250,000 a year would be comfortable for sure.
I was just having this conversation with my friend and she was like, you have to manifest a husband, girl. Ideally, my husband needs to be making like 650,000.
So you said you want 500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
60K? 70K?
It is $45,000.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
I think it's 250,000.
It's 52,000.
What? No, it's not. Damn.
Can you believe this? These women are spouting out crazy numbers like they are playing a game of darts, completely clueless about how few many men actually pull in those salaries. They walk around with this ridiculous confidence wrapped up in their own little fantasy world, totally disconnected from the reality. It's like they think they can just summon high earners with the wave of their hand. Someone needs to burst their bubbles and hit them with some hard truths. I mean, where is the reality check? Let's move on to the next clip.
So, are you cheating on your husband with him?
Yes.
We actually met here 2 months ago. He's
Here?
the top. He works at the bars. I met him at it because I was here for a bachelorette. And the rest was history.
And the rest is history. Yeah.
Just tell me. No, I met him 2 months ago. Yeah, he's great. So we're just like figuring it out. Okay. How long have you been married? 6 years. Why do you want to leave it? Is he a piece of shit? Not at all.
Wow, can you believe this? She met this guy just 2 months ago and suddenly he's the love for her life. She's completely forgotten about the vows she made to her husband. Once this dude gets what he wants, you know, that whole act is going to crumble. This guy isn't looking for a committed relationship. He knows she's not a wifey material. He's just here for the thrill, and she's throwing away 6 years of marriage for a fling. I really hope her husband sees this video because this is just wild, man. What a mess. Let's move on to the next clip.
When a woman leaves you, she does it for one reason only. She thinks that she can do better. Your attitude needs to be this, even though it hurts, even though it's frustrating, even though you feel grief after a divorce or breakup. Your attitude has to be, okay, I'll be fine without you. Period. There can be no other response. Hence the phrase, she's not yours, it was just your turn.
They always think the grass is greener on the other side, isn't it, guys? And then they come crawling back crying when they realize it's just a mirage. You would think instead of running away, they would put that same energy into fixing their relationship or marriages. I mean, come on. Why not channel all that effort they used to destroy their families into making things work? But nope, they think they can do better out there. And guess what? They end up on social media lamenting why dating is so hard at what is 40? It's almost like they can't see the pattern. Let's move on to the next clip.
This video is so funny because men are always like, I'm just done approaching women. Thank you. If I want you, I'll approach you.
Listen, babe. High value women don't ask men out. They learn how to get men to ask them out.
This logic is seriously flawed. What if she musters the courage to ask that guy out and he still say no? Come on, at the end of the day, it's all about the person. It takes two to tango, right? If you see a guy who sparks your interest but let your ego get in the way of a making move, you're just going to be end up single forever. And remember, men are not mind readers. If you don't communicate, how they will know? Let's move on to the next clip.
Recently, I mean, I was dating someone for 2 months and they were the perfect person in every way, but the mutual attractiveness just wasn't there. And so it didn't work.
Was he not physically attractive?
I think he's a handsome guy. Maybe I should say chemistry for us. It wasn't sparking.
The chemistry. What is the chemistry? What is the spark?
I don't know, but what I've learned is that you need it. I wish it was to my chagrin that the spark didn't go off, but it is just, I think it's that thing that makes you that draws you to that person initially. And so.
Was he kind to you?
He is the most incredible guy. Everything was perfect. And I was like, what is wrong with myself?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
You can ask all my friends. I was
Oh man, so this guy wasn't incredible enough for her really. She's throwing words around like spark and chemistry, but when it comes to specifics, she got nothing. Classic. This just proves that so many women don't even know what they want even when it's staring at them in the face. And you know what's coming next? In a couple of years, she will be online showing about how men ain't shit. It's like clockwork. The irony is just too rich. Let's move on to the next clip.
I just wanted to jump on here and say that there is a male loneliness epidemic going on, and I am proud to be contributing to it. I make good money, I have amazing friends, my family's close by, I travel, I have a good life. And I refuse to bring a man into my space unless he can make my life even better. So I'm not going to date a man that wants to split the bill 50-50. I can go do that with my friends. Or if I go shopping and he wants me to carry my own bags, I already do that now. I want someone who's going to take care of me and to enrich my life. I want someone who wants to do those things for me. And it goes both ways. There are things that I would be willing to do for my man that I wouldn't normally do in a typical friendship. But until I meet someone where I'm like, my life is better with you in it, I'm going to remain the same. I am fine on my own. And if that means I'm just going to be the drunk single aunt that shows up for family functions just to give out presents because I'm wealthy, so be it. It doesn't sound that bad because I have friends that settle. They're living my worst nightmare. So until I find that person, I'll be simping over my fictional book boyfriends and my K-pop boyfriends. These two things actually enrich my life. Not a man that texts me at midnight saying, "What are you doing?"
You have to step up and become the person he wants to do those things for. Seriously, why would any man go out of his way to do all those things for someone who doesn't bring value to his life? And let's be real, if you take pleasure in seeing men lonely, you are not going to make a good partner or wife, for sure. It's no wonder you can't find a man. Your heart isn't in the right place. It's time to reassess, ladies. Let's move on to the next clip.
Ever since I heard this theory, I cannot get it out of my mind. Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get married. Let's talk about it. So I was scrolling through TikTok one day, as we all do, and I came across this photographer. She's obviously been at a lot of weddings, and she observed that the men were marrying the woman in front of them at the time that they were ready to get married, implying that that wasn't necessarily that man's soulmate or that man's love of his life. It was just the girl he was dating at the time he was ready to get married and settle down. Like when you decide, especially when a man decides that he is financially and emotionally ready for marriage and ready to settle down and ready to start a family, he takes a way different approach to dating. That part in his brain of like, oh, there's another girl out there, shuts off. Because now his focus is on marriage. It's not in finding the next best thing.
This is harsh truth, but it's reality. A man is not just going to marry the first woman who shows up. It's the femininity that pulls him in, that sense of peace she brings. The truth, a man will marry the woman who brings the least stress to his life. He's already battling the world every day. He doesn't want to come home and fight his own partner to come on. That's a one-way ticket to him running for the hills. If a woman become his competition instead of his support, is pushing him away without even realizing it. Let's move on to the next clip.
You need to be approaching men because they will not approach you. It's up to us to decide which men we want to date, okay? Once and for all, I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's just not the thing to wait for him to approach you. It's not going to happen. You know, people are scared these days, especially men. Especially men are scared to approach you. So we need to be wise, okay? We don't want the guy who approaches every girl in the bar. We don't want him. Because honestly, we want the men to chase us, but we need to be picking the men that are doing the chasing. I want you and you and you, not you, or you. And I don't want the one from the dating app. I want the one who's out there in life, doing life, because that's what I want. I don't want to be battling with him later because he's still on the app.
Look, I get that she wants to meet her man in real life, but let's break it down her game plan. She's strutting up to guys, kicking off conversation like she's the main event. But here is the catch. Once she's got his attention, she expects him to flip the script and do all the chasing. What the? Talk about the mixed message. It's like she's trying to play both sides of the game without realizing that relationships require balance. Come on, if you want a partner, be ready to put in the work too. Who is gonna teach those things to these beautiful women? Let's move on to the next clip.
The man who said he robbed a bank to get away from his wife will now have to spend the next 6 months at home with her. A judge in Kansas City sentenced Lawrence Ripple to home confinement for robbing a bank last September. He told police after the robbery he'd rather be in jail than at home with his wife. But he also blamed his actions on his depression and was remorseful at his sentencing.
Now, if that man snaps and does something to his wife, it's on that judge. Can you imagine the level of torment she had to put him through? For him to even think about crossing that line? It's insane. And honestly, why didn't he just divorce her? Why? And it's like men get pushed to the edge because they feel trapped, because there is always a way out before it gets that far. It's time to move. Let's move on to the next clip.
What I am saying is that you DM him. You go up to him. And it doesn't even mean that you need to hit on him, have the best line, the best moves, whatever. Just say hi.
So there's this really cute guy at my gym. And I see him from time to time, maybe twice a week. And he's so my type. He's tall, has tattoos, he works out. And I've wanted to make a move since the first time I saw him, which was a few weeks ago. But I've always been so scared that...
No, but legitimately, how are you supposed to pick people up? I don't understand it. I was just in the gym working out for 40 minutes or something in the same vicinity as a guy that I thought was really attractive. I know I'm not supposed to be looking at guys in the gym. I know I'm not supposed to be trying to pick up people in the gym, but it's the only place I go where there's men at, alright? So give me a break. So there's this guy, and the whole time I was working out, I was just like, this guy's really attractive. I want to talk to him. How the fuck do you do that, though? I felt like I kept looking over, and he never looked at me.
The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value.
Stop the cap.
A lot of men just want to have fun, so they go and push themselves on women that they think don't have high value. This is the...
Well, ladies, this is what most men deal with on a daily basis. Welcome to the other side, where the pressure is real and the double standards hit hard. And let's see how long you last. Let's move on to the next clip.
I started chasing this dude who was chasing me in the beginning. Big mistake. Yeah, don't ever chase a man, girl. What the heck? And I know a lot of y'all have just saw somebody that you really liked and wanted, but still they have to want you more. I don't care how nice looking they are, how rich they are. They have to want you. That's how you know they're going to give you money, if they chase you. But if you're chasing them, they're going to be like, well, I never even tried to talk to you. You the one came on to me. Why are you getting mad at me? I don't owe you anything. You came after me. This is going to be their attitude. And so that's why you never do it. Never can I say that I came after any guy when it comes to any type of argument. I never wanted you anyway, because you're the one that approached me. No man can ever say that. Guess why? Because I never came on to nobody, okay? And then a lot of ladies want to call men narcissistic and this, and that. But the man never came on to you. And this is the harsh reality of some women. They are the ones that pursue the man, and then they're going to get mad at the man that the man is not pursuing them or treating them right or getting, the attention that they want from that man. That man never wanted you.
Thanks for tuning in. As always, I'm rooting for your success. So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you got value out of this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. Share this video with others who needs to hear it, and I'll see you in the next one.